Cek, cek, 1, 2, 3. Jadi guys, kita akan melanjutkan permainan Warrior Orochi kita. Kemarin kan kita sudah menamatkan story mode dari SW Forces. Sekarang kita akan menamatkan Orochi Forces story mode. Dan semoga aja tidak ada putus-putus kayak kemarin, karena kemarin itu putus gua lagi streaming cuma setengah jam 40 menit.
Dodgy sows discord wherever she.
Kalau ada tanya bang, gua nggak tahu ya kalau di kalian pecah nggak ya gua baca, tapi kalau di gua pecah karena emang gua settingnya paling low setnya. Pokoknya nggak di kalian pecah. Biar game itu jalannya lebih cepat aja sih. Bentar, kita setting dulu ya.
Sepertinya gue tahu. Gue tahu main dari mana bang. Rahasia para streamer. Apa tuh? Yang apa tuh? Streaming ini gue hapus teman ya. Gue gabut aja guys. Gue masih belum selesai harusnya tadi. Gara-gara bocil war Indo anjir dari sistem cok. Udah progresnya gue hentikan. Kita mending bos ras dulu ya.
Yang jadi pertanyaan gua, kok gua pada saat setting ini gua mati-matiin semua biar cepet ini, tapi kayaknya kekencengan ini. Masa kecepetan ininya. Mati PS2. Filmnya kali ya. Mati aja kali. Coba login, kita close dulu, exit dulu, itu kita
Ganti background kocak. Wotak tolong lu. Banget anjir. Aku dulu sih gua.
dan paling coba kita akan memakai report satu kita paling harus dibuka dulu kita langsung reportnya guys. Bisa memakai report. Kita berarti memakai karakter yang ada dulu ya.
finally got you away from those awful mystics. Now let's have some fun.
Indeed. Can anybody provide me with a decent challenge?
Dan juga di hari Selasa ini semoga kabar kalian semua sehat-sehat aja.
In ancient times, the Serpent King Orochi was imprisoned for the multitude of crimes he had committed against humanity and the havoc he had wrought.
Ya, karena gue sambil streaming Bang Sandi juga. Jadi buat kalian yang jadi silakan mampir ke channelnya Bang Barana Backflip.
Confined to the mystic realm, he was sentenced to suffer eternal punishment and was detested by all those around him.
Mampir aja ke channelnya mereka.
Daji alone felt sympathy for Orochi and assisted him in escaping from his prison. Freed from his shackles, Orochi used his demonic powers to warp the boundaries of time and space and set about gathering some of the bravest warriors the world had ever known. Orochi's objective was simple. He wished to once again wreak havoc across the land, this time by testing his might against these heroes of history.
Ya karena gue ingin bernostalgia dengan game-game lama sekaligus karena laptop gue mampunya sebenarnya itu. Kalau untuk main Sekiro dan lain-lain, waduh mau mampu. Laptop saya kali kuat lah, saya udah coba.
Look at this, my lord. So many wonderful little playthings for us. My lord? Hey, who are you?
Tahun 2014, 2017, karena kalau gue lihat ada...
So you are the ones who created this pleasant world. My name is Dong Zhuo. If we join forces, all of our ambitions and desires will come true. How about it?
How very forward of you. But I do like the way you think. All right then, you're in. Now then, Lord Orochi, who would you like us to wipe out first?
I care not. If they are too weak to survive, then they must be ground to dust.
Oh, you always know exactly what I want to hear. Okay, then let's begin with that castle.
My orders are simple. Crush all before you. Only those who can withstand the might of my army are fit to face me.
First the land is ripped out by a and now these monsters are attacking us. Come what may, Orawara Castle must be protected.
What happened to the whole? What's going on?
Come, hit me with everything you've got.
Will always triumph. Total destruction is the only way. They're inhuman. They're monsters.
Ah, a horde of demons!
The Hojo are in disarray. Something very strange is going on.
I sense true strength here. So this is who is responsible for this chaos. Demons! Coming here for us!
I don't want any mercy. I have the plan.
insect on the sole of my shoe! Total destruction is the only way.
Look out! Here I come!
Total destruction is the only way.
I will opt to stay alive and retreat.
Another insect on the sole of my shoe! Total destruction is the only way.
But that's impossible. The garrison falls.
Feeble. Truly feeble.
Well, this is a bit dull. A little fun.
I don't want any mercy!
I've never seen such power. It's incredible.
Discretion is the better part of valor. Another insect on the sole of my shoe! Total destruction is the only way. I don't want any mercy!
Lover of chaos and a wielder of untold power. Fascinating.
Discretion is the better part of valor.
You're simply inferior.
Total destruction is the only way.
Let's have some real fun.
Total destruction is the only way.
Plans are in place. Time to execute.
Don't you know what to do? You gotta think safety first.
Hojo family. Udawara. Will we lose everything to this demon?
You're simply inferior.
Total destruction is the only way.
Monsters! Run! Humanity will fall.
You're simply inferior.
Total destruction is the only way.
No one can control chaos, but the Serpent King has the power to perpetuate it. It's strange. It's almost as if he wants to.
Come on out, everyone! Don't start behaving right now. I'm sorry.
Cease your meaningless trickery. If you are too weak to face me, then you must die.
Hideyoshi needs me. I can't just give in.
You will always try. Excellent. Disruptive. If you want to truly know a man, or a snake, I guess, you gotta see how he fights.
Total destruction is the only way.
Uh-oh. This really isn't good.
Hand it over. You know there'll be trouble.
Yes, dude.
I'm sorry, but I just don't think you know.
You're too good. I'm all yours.
Entropy will always triumph.
Total destruction is the only way. Excellent! Way to tear up the battlefield!
Look out! Here I come! I will opt to stay alive and retreat.
Entropy will always triumph.
Excellent. Very disruptive.
Couldn't even carry out a simple task.
Without supplies, we'll be cleaned up in no time.
It ends. Mighty warriors and face me.
I shall teach you the basics of strategy.
Total destruction is the only way.
Some you win, some you lose.
Entropy will always triumph.
Total destruction is the only way.
Do you think you can stop me? I won't lose a second time.
Entropy will always triumph.
Excellent. Very disruptive.
Get ready to taste my spiel. Discretion is the better part of valor.
Entropy will always triumph.
Total destruction is the only way.
All that black dawn. The ripping of the earth up into the sky. That was you, wasn't it? Who are you?
I am known as Orochi, the Serpent King. Mine is the most face you will ever see.
He's ignored all. And he trusts little old me to be his strategy. I'm just over the moon.
They're too strong. I've got no chance. This does not bode well.
Entropy will always triumph.
Excellent. Very disruptive.
We march at once. I will not stop until I have found a worthy foe.
It's cagey, isn't it? So, which is it then? Have you come to surrender, or to die?
Get out of my way! It's Orochi we're here to see!
That's Lord Orochi to you. It seems like you still need a little training.
Fall back, Dachi. So, you are the one known as Keiji.
So, this is the mighty Orochi. Bright and cheery type of guy, aren't you? Huh. So anyway, what is it you're fighting for, huh? World domination? Riches? You got a girl snake somewhere you're trying to impress? No, you're above all that, aren't you? There's something else. Let me join up. I want in.
If you wish, it matters little to me.
Your very existence ensures the promulgation of chaos. Allow me to assist your cause.
This excites you? Very well. Your task will be to terminate all who are unworthy.
In the realm of mortals, Odawara Castle was said to be impregnable. However, before the might of Orochi, it was reduced to nothing more than a pile of rubble. The overwhelming power and sheer violence that Orochi displayed attracted the likes of Dongzhuo and Kotaro Fuma to his side. The greatest maverick the land had ever seen, Keiji Maeda, also joined the Serpent King. However, it was not Orochi's power that drew Keiji to his side. It was the darkness that was submerged in the depths of Orochi's black heart. Keiji caught a glimpse of this darkness for a brief moment when he fought against Orochi. Some opposed Orochi, some feared him, and some were drawn inexorably to him. Yet the end result was always the same. Surveying the field, Orochi advanced his army in search of yet another worthy opponent.
So, this is our next target? It looks pathetic. Tell me, what do our scouts have to report?
The town is isolated and almost empty. Its destruction will bring no great satisfaction.
It'll make a nice change of pace. A bit of a holiday, if you like. Destroy them.
crush these vermin. I want only the best.
What is happening to this world?
It ends.
Do you think you can stop me? I won't lose a second time.
Entropy will always triumph.
Excellent.
You want to fight? Then fight me!
This is disturbing.
I won't be denied next time!
Entropy will always triumph.
Total destruction is the only way.
If the battle continues thus, your life will be in danger, my lord. As long as you are safe, recovery is possible. Please escape.
Not alone. I will not leave the people behind.
Escape together with the people. Take Zhao Yun as well.
The exit is blocked. Why do they bother with such desperately insignificant effort?
I will buy us time. My lord, please take care.
My lord, is there no hope for us? I shall show no mercy! I won't be denied next time!
Entropy will always triumph.
Very instructive.
Only I was strong. I have to fight. Total destruction is the only way.
Time to put theory into practice! Escape is our only option.
Another insect on the sole of my shoe. Total destruction is the only way.
Do you think you can stop me?
You won't proceed so easily. Attack. Now.
I won't lose a second time.
Another insect on the sole of my shoe.
Wild and out of control.
Total destruction is the only way.
It is not the end yet. Second unit, now.
I shall show no mercy!
My lord, please go without me. I will delay the enemy to allow for your escape.
my shoe! Total destruction is the only way.
Everyone's so eager to make sure this Liu Bei gets away. Which means he could have some real
I may still have some use for you.
You're simply inferior.
Destroy everything, Daji.
Zhuge Liang, you have sacrificed yourself for me. Forgive me.
I'll eat those beauty demons up! Let's go, honey!
Wait till I fry them up for you, dear.
Reinforcements! There is hope yet!
Total destruction is the only way.
On my life, I will allow no one to harm Lord Liu Bei.
You're simply inferior.
Total destruction is the only way.
Zhao Yun, forgive me.
Come on, one-on-one. I hate to do this, but retreat's our only option.
You're simply inferior.
Destroy everything, Daji.
Plans are in place. Time to execute.
If there ever was a time for one of Lord Zhuge Liang's miracles, it is now.
I'll give you something to be scared of!
Pointless journey. When it disappears.
I don't want any mercy!
Some you win, some you lose.
Always triumph.
Total destruction is the only way. We have no choice. Fall back!
Always triumph.
Excellent. Very disruptive.
What happened to this world?
Entropy will always triumph.
Total destruction is the only way.
My lord, he has been captured?
So, what shall I do with the great Liu Bei? Tell me, what would you like me to do with him?
While Shu has suffered a grave defeat, they still have many brave officers remaining. They are far from finished. With their lord in custody, they will surely come to rescue him. This will provide great opportunities to neutralize them.
You're just buying time, trying anything you can to keep your lord alive, aren't you? But for a desperate plan, it actually sounds kind of fun. Let's do it. I'll keep Liu Bei alive, for now. And remember, you put 1 foot out of line, and you know what will happen.
This battle will be one to remember.
Attack!
Having captured Chengdu, Daji took Liu Bei hostage and moved to secure the services of the one known as the Sleeping Dragon, Zhuge Liang. Seeking to prevent harm from coming to Liu Bei, Zhuge Liang agreed to serve Daji. From then on, the dragon would serve on the side of darkness. Meanwhile, having heard of Shu's fate, various factions around the land began to rise in opposition to Orochi, for they knew that as long as Orochi was free, mankind's very existence was threatened. Orochi's camp was busy making preparations for the impending counterattack from the humans. Amidst this frenzied atmosphere, Orochi simply smiled in eager anticipation of the coming battle.
Daji, there are some fools plotting to attack us. What do you plan to do about it?
Really? How wonderful. That saves us from having to go and get them. Let's make sure we have a fabulous reception waiting for them.
The time is upon us. First wave, go forth.
Oh, Nemesis, it seems you're on the move. In that case, I had better join you.
My lord, allow me to take charge of the defense. We need to annihilate the enemy cavalry. Charge! Hit me with everything you got!
Humanity will fight.
Discretion is the better part of valor.
History will always triumph.
Total destruction is the only way.
Second wave, advance.
Your skills are without equal. I don't want any mercy. Discretion is the better part of valor. Another insect on the soul of my humanity. Your skills are without equal.
All cavalry units, charge! It ends.
The plans are in place. Time to execute. Outfought at every turn.
Always charge.
There's nothing quite as satisfying as fighting alongside you, big guy!
We may not be able to hold out!
Filthy pests! Hurry! Reinforce the southeast garrison!
Total destruction is the only way!
We're being pushed back!
Total destruction is the only way.
Years of experience according to this. Get ready to taste my steel.
Finish them all.
I am Yukimura Sanada. Prepare yourselves.
I've never heard of you, overgrown ladybug. Go back to the trash heap you came
I must discard my pride if I want to survive.
You're simply inferior.
Your skills are without equal.
Humanity will
Have no choice. Hold back!
You're simply inferior.
Total destruction is the only way.
Some you win, some you lose.
You're simply inferior.
Your skills are without equal.
Total destruction is the only way.
This seems like a perfect chance to show them all just how good I am.
Impressive, Nemesis. I cannot but respond. Follow my lead. We ride to the enemy camp.
Plans are in place. Time to execute. I don't want any mercy. Discretion is the better part of valor.
Always triumph. Total destruction is the only way.
Some you win, some you lose.
Entropy will always triumph.
Your skills are without equal. Stop them! We can't let them approach the main camp.
Total destruction is the only way.
My lord is on the move as well. Together with Lord Shingen, there is no battle they cannot win. Go! Engineers, find us a way to the gate.
I don't want any mercy!
You shall be exorcised, demon.
You wish to exercise me. How amusing.
Get ready to taste my steel! Discretion is the better part of valor.
Always triumph.
There's nothing quite as satisfying as fighting alongside you, big guy! We have no choice. Pull back!
Always triumph.
Your skills are without equal.
All is according to heaven's decree.
Entropy will always triumph.
Total destruction is the only way. Your skills are without equal. Impudent fools! This place shall be your grave!
Come, mighty warriors, and face me.
Why do you waste your skills inside a village?
Always triumph.
There's nothing quite as satisfying as fighting alongside you, big guy! I shall teach you the basics of strategy. Outfought at every turn.
Entropy will always triumph.
Your skills are without equal. Total destruction is the only way. Retreat! Get ready to face my steel! Discretion is the better part of valor.
Entropy will always triumph.
There's nothing quite as satisfying as fighting alongside you, big guy! That masked clown is their general! Rip it off and show the world his ugly face!
Quickly! Time to execute. I don't want any mercy.
Outfought at every turn.
Entropy will always triumph.
Total destruction is the only way. Discretion is the better part of valor.
Entropy will always triumph.
Your skills are unequal. Total destruction is the only way. Get ready to taste my steel. Discretion is the better part of valor.
Entropy will always triumph.
Total destruction is the only way.
What is it you wish to achieve in this fantastic world?
I want to face humanity's greatest. That is all.
You just wear your evil lechery right on your sleeve, don't you?
Better than some vain fool who hides a shame behind a mask.
Entropy will always triumph.
Well, that was disappointing. Frankly, I expected more. That was hardly enough to make Lord Orochi roll over in his sleep.
It is probable that the enemy has saved their main forces for later.
I suppose you'd better head out there and take care of them. It all sounds a little dull for my liking. Oh, and Zhuge Liang, if you find anyone interesting, do make sure to bring them back to me. I need a new plaything.
Understood. Now, with your leave, I will begin preparations for battle.
So listen, what do you make of old Orochi? With his power, I can realize my life's wishes. My paradise rests on his scaly hide. Yeah, I see that. But for me, I don't know. The guy's got a tragic streak, a real death wish. I kinda respect that.
The Orochi army defeated the combined forces of the Takeda and Uesugi. Despite the pride both of them had in their strategic abilities, even their combined strength was no match for Orochi's might. Orochi's strategist, Daji, anticipated continued resistance from the humans and formed a mobile unit to meet them. She entrusted command of the unit to Zhuge Liang. The purpose of this was twofold: Not only was she testing Zhuge Liang's loyalty, but she hoped to instill a sense of despair amongst the humans by forcing them to fight each other. Left with no other choice, Zhuge Liang agreed to lead the unit and headed for Hefei with his true feelings hidden deep within his heart.
This is Hefei, under Wu's vigil. They will protect their land vigorously. We must be on our guard.
You're okay with this? I mean, fighting a war you don't want to fight just because your lord's been captured?
Have you finished your lecture? Then let us begin with no further delay.
Here they come. Zhou Yu, send out the welcome party.
Yes, sir. All armies proceed as ordered.
The Wu army strategist is Zhou Yu. We must be careless. First, eliminate all enemies to the north and the west.
I shall teach you the basics of strategy.
Stand and fight me!
There is fire in your soul.
You really think you stand a chance against me?
I've fought at every turn.
You're truly a hero of our time! I won't be denied next time!
You're simply inferior.
I have some catching up to do!
You're simply inferior.
You're truly a hero of our times! I need to go put my feet up for a bit.
The northeast is just about in our control. Send a message to the reserve troops. Proceed according to plan. It's just about time to make use of Orochi's own forces.
Now's the time. Lord Zhang Liao, Gan Ning, if you would be so kind.
They used to talk about us, you know. They'd say, Wei has Zhang Liao, but Wu has Gan Ning. Huh? The bad news for you lot is... You've had the unfortunate luck to run into the both of us!
Just as I expected from you, Zhou Yu, you never disappoint. However, it would be naive of you to think I would allow things to continue. Destroy that bridge and impede the enemy's progress.
Total destruction is the only way.
I never thought you would side with us. What's the world come to? I am only here on orders of my lord. Next time we meet, maybe at the end of eternity. If you want my head, come and take it! Our target is the enemy camp. I will cut a path to it through the ranks of our enemy.
Impressive! Even these snake things get out of your way!
I am no match for a legend like you!
Entropy will always triumph.
There is fire in your soul.
Total destruction is the only way.
Out of my way! Gun Ning coming through! Not bad, Gun Ning. We should cross blades again sometime.
Total destruction is the only way.
Do not suffer fools gladly.
You hear the bell? You better answer the call! Brace yourself!
I don't want any mercy. Get ready to taste my steel. I am gangly out of way. Demon of war. I will rip apart any that stand in my way. I have no choice. Pull back!
Entropy will always triumph.
You're truly a hero of our times.
No choice. Fall back!
Entropy will always triumph.
Total destruction is the only way.
Come, mighty warriors, and face me.
I have some catching up to do.
Time to put theory into practice. I shall show no mercy! I shall show no mercy! Stand and fight me! Wanna fight? Then fight me! I won't be denied next time!
There is fire in your soul.
I won't be denied next time!
Entropy will always triumph.
You're truly a hero of our time! I won't be denied next time!
Entropy will always triumph.
There is fire in your soul.
Entropy will always triumph.
Total destruction is the only way.
Retreat can be an acceptable strategy.
Entropy will always triumph.
There is fire in your soul.
Retreat can be an acceptable strategy.
Entropy will always triumph.
You're truly a hero of our times! I won't be denied next time!
Entropy will always triumph.
There is fire in your soul.
Entropy will always triumph.
I have some catching up to do!
Such strength. I must hurry and report this to my lord. I really screwed up this time. It seems as though we won't need to destroy the bridge. Let's retreat.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Sensei has returned. We may have a chance now.
Open the gates! We too will join the fray! Bring it on! I won't lose a second time!
Entropy will always triumph.
There is fire in your soul.
I have some catching up to do!
So you are Orochi. I hope you're ready to be skinned.
I shall show no mercy!
It's about time I faced a worthy opponent. You must have been looking for trouble.
In battle, one's head is not for criticism.
I've seen enough.
You wanna fight? Fight me!
Entropy will always triumph.
Escape is our only option. Simple, magnificent.
A little more enjoyable.
I won't be denied next time.
You're simply inferior.
There is fire in your soul.
I am no match for a legend like you.
You're simply inferior.
I have some catching up to do.
There is still much for me to learn.
You're simply inferior.
There is fire in your soul.
Can't win them all, I guess.
You're simply inferior.
You're truly a hero of our time. I won't be denied next time.
You're simply inferior.
Total destruction is the only way.
There is fire in your soul. There is fire in your soul.
some catching up to do.
Humanity will fall.
Of my blade in the afterlife.
Say you're sorry, and I'll let you work for me.
I refuse, for I have a wife, friends, and a country that I love. And retreat is a strategy in itself. Until next time.
Entropy will always triumph.
There is fire in your soul.
You dare test the tiger's claws?
Wanna fight? Then fight me! Stand and fight me!
Finish them all! I will ease your pain.
Your power and my brilliance will be unstoppable.
Your appetite for destruction is satisfied, huh?
This little dog's constant yapping is annoying me!
Entropy will always triumph.
Orochi has no interest in weaklings. People of Wu, surrender or death. Pick your fate.
You've sold your soul to that monster, have you?
That's enough. I surrender, but I request that you spare my men. If you need a hostage, take me.
No, my lord, you are the pride of Wu. If you were held hostage, Wu would be lost.
Remember, Zhou, we may be without land, but the spirit of Wu will never break. The day will come when I will return. Until then, the tiger must hide his fangs away.
A wise decision.
Oke, jadi kayak
Then let us all adjourn to Orochi's camp.
Story ini adalah flashback ketika pertama kali Orochi ingin menguasai dunia di game ini ya. Makanya kalau di story kan ya pokoknya gitu loh.
turn chaos to ruin.
Zhuge Liang captured He Fei and took Sun Jian and a number of other officers from Wu prisoner, leading to a decisive victory for Orochi's forces.
Guys, makan dulu. Yang baru makan selamat makan. Yang udah makan boleh enjoy atau mau ngapain sambil ngapain aja nggak apa-apa.
Sun Ce and Sun Quan managed to escape capture, but they did not possess the strength to oppose Orochi. As a result, Wu had no choice but to be absorbed into Orochi's forces. First Shu, and now Wu had fallen before Orochi's might. However, even this was not enough to stop the humans, as they increased the intensity of their resistance. Upon hearing this news, Orochi was greatly amused. Perhaps there were still individuals out there who could provide him with a worthy challenge. Once again, the Orochi army set out, seeking glorious battle.
You're not sulking because you lost, are you, Suntae? I suppose it's only natural. After all, it was Zhuge Liang who beat you.
So what is it you want me to do?
I want you to use the anger you feel right now and take it out on the man they call Ieyasu. He's annoying me.
Forces advance.
I hate to do this, but it's for my father. Advance!
spear! The one-eyed dragon is here to help the Tokugawa! I'll show Orochi what a difference my abilities make! That's right! Stand in my way if you want to be sliced in half!
Masamune's men have arrived. Perhaps we still have a chance.
Well, at least I don't feel so guilty now. Let's do this! There goes another one! Simply magnificent! The enemy also seems to have above-average skill. Time to rethink my strategy.
I don't want any mercy! The castle gates have been breached! Hold out! We must wait until the chance presents itself!
Idiots! Volunteers into the trap! Ambush forces! Surround and eliminate the enemy!
Discretion is the better part of valor.
Enemy crumbles before me.
Impressive!
An ambush! This is getting fun! Throw as many as you have at me! I'll take you all on! The enemy's pretty stubborn. Perhaps this will melt their resolve. We will begin preparations for a fire attack. Break down the castle gates!
Years of experience have gone into this. Total destruction is the only way. Some you win, some you lose.
All right! That's the way to do it!
Now, set fire to the castle!
Fire! The man is bold, but reckless. And plans are in place to extinguish the flame.
Looks like the enemy's a step ahead. Whoever's in charge must be pretty smart.
The plans are in place. Time to execute.
Humanity will fall.
Outfought at every turn.
The enemy crumbles before me.
Total destruction is the only way.
My forces were defeated, but that's impossible! I won't stand for this! Bring it on! I won't lose a second time!
Entropy will always triumph.
Impressive! Do you think you can stop me? I won't lose a second time!
Entropy will always triumph.
Total destruction is the only way.
Defeated? Again? How can we be losing like this?
Plans are in place. Time to execute. Outfought at every turn.
All right, that's the way to do it.
Everything you've got! That's what we've been waiting to see! Retreat! Discretion is the better part of valor.
Entropy will always triumph.
Total destruction is the only way.
It's all or nothing. Bring up the reserve troops!
Bring it on! I hate backing out!
Get ready to taste my steel!
Entropy will always triumph.
Impressive! I have no choice. Fall back!
Entropy will always triumph.
All right, that's the way to do it.
Ready for a serious scrap. Hate backing out.
Entropy will always triumph.
That's what we've been waiting to see. Plans are in place. Time to execute. Some you win, some you lose.
Entropy will always triumph.
Total destruction is the only way.
They've really gone to town on this one.
Impressive!
That was almost too close.
Come, mighty warriors, and face me.
Impressive! Help! Help! I am far from beaten yet. I still have one card left to play. Finish them off!
Now is our chance. I will see the enemy's main camp.
What? Our main camp's under attack? You think you can stop me?
Hit me with everything you got!
In place of my ball, I will hold our Lord's sail.
Entropy will always triumph.
Impressive! Have no choice.
Entropy will always triumph.
That's what we've been waiting to see.
I won't lose a second time.
Entropy will always triumph.
All right, that's the way to do it.
My final plot has been thwarted. All this that is left now is the pride of the men of Mikawa.
Impressive! Come this far, very well. I shall give you the honor of death at my hand. Kate, why do you allow yourself to be such a monster?
I like it.
Take me, and use that hate to sharpen your blade.
What is this? Overwhelming darkness.
Entropy will always triumph.
Total destruction is the only way. It's hopeless. I can't win. We can't win. Why? Perhaps I am not the man to rule this realm.
If only Tarakatsu were here, we may have been able to hold out. As it is, all we can do is fight until the bitter end.
You always stay at your master's heels.
For the burden that I bear, I must not lose.
Humanity will fall.
Enemy crumbles before me.
All right, that's the way to do it. Hey, I kinda like that.
Humanity
But
will
you
fall.
are gonna lose.
Ease your pain. Entropy will always triumph. Choose, weakling. Servitude or death.
Disgrace though it is, I must be prepared to endure the unendurable.
I know what you mean. You have to protect your men as well.
Your surrender is accepted, Ieyasu. Now, you must serve Lord Orochi like the pathetic dog you are. Is that understood?
Of course, my lady, I will offer my body and soul in devotion to my Lord Orochi.
Our Lord has chosen surrender in order to save his people.
My weakness brings disgrace to us all.
I believe Orochi is the only one that is capable of total domination. I will lower my flag to him. Allow me to join you. Show me the power that has won you so many a victory.
Do remember to show our Lord the respect he deserves. My Lord, I believe he might make a valuable ally. What do you think?
While some revile me as a demon, others worship me as a god. These humans are not so simply understood.
Orochi crushed the Tokugawa army at Edo Castle like a massive tidal wave. The defeated commander Ieyasu Tokugawa swallowed his pride and agreed to serve Orochi. Like the officers of Wu before him, the Tokugawa were absorbed within the Orochi army. In contrast to Ieyasu, there was an officer who actually wished to be part of Orochi's army. This was the man known as the One-Eyed Dragon, Masamune Date. Masamune's demeanor and his high opinion of himself intrigued Orochi, who decided to allow Masamune to serve at his side. Man is a most interesting beast, Orochi thought to himself. No matter how much he dominated them, they refused to give up. This determination convinced Orochi to continue in his quest to find the best the mortal realm had to offer. Once again, Orochi set out in search of a challenge. Before him awaited a great hero who stood head and shoulders above his fellow men.
Lord Orochi! This march was called for very suddenly. Are you after someone again?
There is a man by the name of Cao Cao in Wei. Were you attempting to hide his presence from me?
No! I would never do such a thing! I swear it!
There is an army ahead. Tell me, Sun Quan, whose army is it?
That is the standard of Wei.
It is fated thus, the final bastion of hope. Come, hero of chaos. Show me wherefore you earned that name.
So, they've come for us. How convenient. All who stand in my way will be annihilated. I've never seen such weapons before.
Run! We don't stand a chance against that!
Silence! I will personally cut down any
My lord! Everyone, calm down!
Frontline! Retreat to within the maze! I want a quick and orderly withdrawal!
The Wei troops have never experienced cannon fire before. We should take advantage of their panic. After them! Grab the enemy before they have a chance to rally themselves.
weapons fire shells that explode after impacting with the ground. We could somehow cause them to explode before they are launched. It is worth a try. Engineers, begin preparations for a fire attack.
Time to rock!
Humanity will fall.
Now, set those weapons ablaze with your fire arrows.
Ah! The powder's going to explode! Run!
Fire! Take cover in the garrison!
The heat is unbearable! We'll be burned alive! The flames have already reached here! Run while you can! It's spreading!
That worked out better than I could have hoped.
Chaos reigns.
We must not waste this chance. Assault troops, attack the enemy positions.
We must not fall behind.
Condescending fools. They do not know our true strength. We'll soon put an end to their pitiful existence. We shall sow the seeds of hell on this battlefield. I would never run. The time is almost ripe for us to strike back. Show no mercy! The fire has died down. We must resume the fight.
Regain the ground we have lost. I won't be denied next time.
Entropy will always triumph.
Total destruction is the only way.
In battle, one's head is not just filling a helmet. Street can be an exceptional strategy.
Entropy will always triumph.
If you are capable of such feats, then our army shall surely win.
Taste my steel!
Brace yourself! Humanity will fall. Entropy will always triumph.
We must not fall behind. Discretion is the older part of valor.
Entropy will always triumph.
Total destruction is the only way. We must not fall behind.
Our assault has failed. We will have to try something different.
This is strange. Cao Cao is nowhere to be seen. I don't like the looks of that maze. We're going to have to do something about it.
I shall show no mercy! Stand! Fight me! I won't be denied next time!
Entropy will always triumph.
We must not fall behind.
I misjudged.
Entropy will always triumph.
You're truly a hero of our time.
Unbelievable strength! I gotta get out!
Entropy will always triumph.
Total destruction is the only way.
I won't be denied next time!
Entropy will always triumph.
If you are capable of such things, then all of you shall
Finish them all! Let's not fall behind.
Lord Cao
The allure of chaos. So you must be ended.
You make an enemy of the men of Wei. You're digging your own grave. You may look like a freak, but you fight like a freak. Ha! There goes another one! We must not fall behind.
Come back and try again later.
Ha! There goes another one!
You're truly a hero of our time.
We must not fall behind.
Mighty warriors, face me.
cover may have been blown, but the real battle is just about to begin.
Time to rock!
I shall show no mercy! You wanna fight? Then fight me!
Help! Help!
All forces seem to be in position. All units, advance! Eliminate all enemy officers!
I won't be denied next time!
There goes another one!
You are the pride I won't be denied next time!
There goes another one!
Total destruction is the only way.
We must not fall behind!
Humanity will
Time to put theory into practice!
Stand and fight me!
Don't want any mercy!
Have no choice.
Fall back!
always triumph.
Must not fall behind!
Ease your pain. Entropy will always triumph. Entropy will always triumph. Entropy will always triumph.
My lord! My lord! Lord! My lord! Lord So-So!
The hero of chaos has failed. Humanity has none who can satisfy me after all.
Lord Orochi, I have a message from Ieyasu. He says the Oda army has set up camp at Mikatagahara. By the way, their leader, Nobunaga, has the temerity to refer to himself as the Demon King.
Demon King? Interesting. Daji, we must advance.
Orochi was able to defeat the hero of chaos. He is every bit as powerful as I thought.
You really think so? If you ask me, he didn't seem all that thrilled to win.
Idiot! Show me a general who isn't pleased by victory and I will show you a fool! Our next prey is Nobunaga. When we defeat the Demon King, you will surely see a smile on Orochi's face.
to shoot from the hip.
Even the defeat of the Wei army did not bring a smile to Orochi's face. Without even bothering to chase down the remaining Wei troops, Orochi turned his attention to searching for the next challenge. Just then, word came that the Demon King, Nobunaga Oda, had set up camp near Mikatagahara. The fact that a mere mortal dared to give himself such a lofty title was enough to pique Orochi's interest. He set out in order to see this man for himself.
Wes, Mas Lunar. Selamat bergabung, Mas Lunar.
So, tell me, what's this Nobunaga like?
Gimana kabarnya, Mas Lunar? Tadi saya mau mampir.
He is capable of true greatness. Do not underestimate him.
Sounds like he's humanity's last hope. This should be a lot of fun. Let's smash him to pieces.
must see if the Demon King can live up to his reputation.
They're here! No need to trouble Lord Nobunaga! Orochi! Monsters? They're no match for us!
Enemy crumbles before me. That is nothing to be proud of.
What's this? A welcome party? How delightful.
Monsters! Run for your lives! These creatures! They're inhuman!
The enemy's front lines are falling back!
They've gone and shut themselves up in the castle. I know. If we take their supplies, they'll have to come out.
We knew you'd come. Everyone, charge!
Surely they know we're after their supplies. Yet they don't look awful. What's going on?
Hell, it is you who will fear us!
That's a fairly obvious attempt to struggle.
We have a confirmed sighting of signal fire from the enemy camp. Enemy movement is imminent.
They're manning the an idea. Everyone, escort the sorcerers toward the storehouse.
Discretion is the better part of valor.
The enemy crumbles before me.
You're not finished yet, are you?
I am powerless.
The enemy crumbles before me.
That is nothing to be proud of.
Is that all you have? Surely not.
I will not allow you to take one more step forward.
More time wasted? Get rid of them.
Bring it on!
Hit me with everything you've got!
Keep backing out!
There goes another one!
You're not finished yet.
There goes another one!
Good job! There's still more work to be done. We have no choice. Fall back!
There goes another one!
Simply magnificent!
You are simply less feeble than your enemy.
Remember, slow and steady wins the race.
I'll show the way.
I sense a terrible presence. So they have come this far by land. Hurry and report to Lord Nobunama. Start the signal fire.
In this weather, it'll still be a while before they notice us. Hurry and claim the storehouse before the game's up.
My lord, I will strive to live up to your expectations.
I'm feeling ready for a serious scrap.
Get ready to taste my steel. I don't want any mercy. Hit me with everything you've got. I have no choice.
Put down any who seek to harm Lord Nobunaga. The time is right. We must go forth. This is not the end, but the beginning.
Never had a shit. Deal.
We have no choice.
You never had a chance!
That is nothing to be proud of.
On by the power of the Date!
No choice.
You never had a chance!
You're not finished, are you?
Deal! Hate backing out!
You never had a chance! Deal!
Well done, Masamune.
You are simply less evil than your enemy.
Take one more step and I'll hit you so hard, you won't know who you are. They're moving just as I predicted. Hurry and crush those storehouses.
Get ready to taste my steel. Discretion is the main part of balance.
You never had a chance!
You're not finished yet, are you?
You are simply less feeble than your enemy.
And here's where your jaws drop and your eyes gaze at my brilliance.
Deal!
Human, please! Fear the weight of Orochi's army!
Our troops have been thrown into confusion. What should we do?
So, they do have the power to surprise me?
Rifleman, take aim. And make sure you hit when I say fire.
Bring it on!
I never imagined they would be so strong.
Alright, time to clean up. Don't leave anyone behind.
Damn! I hate backing out! You never had a chance!
Total destruction is the only way.
I don't want any mercy!
You are solid less beatable than your enemy. Or you will regret your promise.
You don't comprehend! Stand to Orochi's power! Will!
I see precisely what Orochi desires.
Time to rock!
Have no choice. Fall back!
I humbly request you to stand and fight!
Come on in, enjoy my little party of death.
Hit me with everything you've got!
Crumbles before me.
You're not finished yet, are you?
Have no choice. Fall back!
There goes another one!
That is nothing to be proud of.
I feel totally spent. You don't mind if I lie down here, do you?
Heaven's will is that I survive, as indeed seems to be the will of the Serpent King.
Ow! What's the matter? Why does Orochi not celebrate? His power and his army grow every day.
Because he's not interested in any of that stuff. He's looking for a true warrior, one with enough strength to end him.
I know. But I will not let him be ended. Not unless I am that warrior.
The enemy crumbles before me. The enemy crumbles before me. Nobunaga, I shall remember the name.
Tes.
It's a bit sad, isn't it? It looks like there's no one left who can stand up to you, my lord.
Do you not feel it, Daji?
It's cold. It's not them, is it? It can't be.
They think they can take me back. They are wrong.
Tes 1 2. Tes. Tes 1 2. Cek 1 2. Cek 1 2. Cek 1 2. Udah. Cek 1 2. Oke, kita udah masuk stage terakhir dari Orochi Story.
As usual, you speak as if you were on stage, child.
And yet, I do see some truth in what the boy says. Let's finish this.
All had fallen before him. Having defeated the Oda army, a smile finally found its way to Orochi's lips. Having laid waste to everybody that stood in his way, Orochi had left a path of destruction in his way. However, he was certain that man would try for one last desperate attack. When forced into a corner, man could prove to be a most fearsome beast. Perhaps that would provide the challenge that Orochi had sought for so long. Perhaps he would finally find satisfaction. However, a group of uninvited guests decided to join the battle for themselves. Undeterred, the Serpent King welcomed all that were foolish enough to oppose him in his final battle.
Looks like our next opponents are a little different. Hey, Daji, just who are those guys?
They are the mystics, the arrogant fools who tried to keep Lord Orochi trapped in their world. It looks like they're a little upset about the brilliant plan I hatched to set them free.
I come in search of the mightiest humanity has to offer. I have no use for immortals.
Dia, ini rada sarkas nih Orochi ini nyarinya cuman ini doang, cuman manusia doang, immortal mah nggak main.
Now they shall pay for the wrongs I have been done. is your chance to take charge.
What are these?
Stop panicking, you imbeciles. Just take down the sofa.
I shall teach you the basics of strength.
Punishment and ignorance. Miracles for the faithful.
Years of experience upon you.
You are simply less feeble.
Outsmart on every turn.
That is
Outsmart on every turn.
enemy grows born.
Impressive.
You are simply less feeble than your enemy.
Years of experience upon enemies.
Watch closely. You may find this amusing.
Now let us Let's see if we can cause some confusion. Of course, that was one of the first of many tricks I got myself.
What are you doing? Hey, stop! I'm your ally!
Impressive! I shall teach you the basics of strategy. I shall teach you the basics of strategy. Some you win, some you lose.
The enemy crumbles before me.
There's nothing I'm proud of.
She has thwarted my plan. Now she has learned much, it seems. Then perhaps it is time to show my true
Some you win, some you lose.
The enemy crumbles before me.
Impressive!
You are simply less feeble than your enemy. You look bored, Orochi. Perhaps this will entertain you.
That's it. It's time for the big guns.
Childish games. Do you think I will glance at a vision of myself?
Plans are in place. Time to execute. Some you win, some you lose.
your doom.
The enemy crumbles before me. The enemy crumbles before me. The enemy crumbles before me. I shall not be captured again. Mortal, immortal, none can match me.
You seem in fine spirits today, Orochi.
Of course. Cao Cao is finally dead, and the brave warriors of Shu were all his loyal slaves. And with Wu and the Tokugawa under her thumb as well, this world belongs to Lord Orochi.
So tell me, you gonna keep on looking for someone strong enough to end you?
Humanity will not surrender so easily. Perhaps the warrior strong enough to overcome me is closer than he knows.
Orochi!
Oke, akhirnya tamat juga game Warrior Orochi kita setelah berapa, mungkin 4 atau 5 live stream ya. Terima kasih juga yang udah menonton dan mengikuti petualangan gua dalam bermain game ini. Buat Mas Unat, Mang Ucis, Vince, dan lain-lain yang tidak bisa gua sebutkan satu-satu, yang udah mengawali perjalanan gue dalam memainkan game ini. Dan juga terima kasih atas dukungannya, terima kasih atas like-nya. Kalau nanti misalnya ada yang mau request, bang main game Warrior Orochi lagi bang, ya gue nggak bisa janji karena gue pikir udah tamat kan, kita hanya menamatkan game ini dan kemarin sempat ngetes damage Wukong. Mungkin nanti free mode atau dream stage, tadi ada dream stage, mungkin akan gua tamatkan, nggak tahu juga. Ya sudah, dengan berakhirnya Orochi Story maka berakhir juga stream kita pada sore malam hari ini. Sekian dan terima kasih. Nama gua Jaka dan bye.